Gyanakosha, an encyclopedia of Vedic knowledge by Pact. Vedas. Rig Veda. Hymns on Agni, Mandala 6.
ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपवस्त्रवत्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणान् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः
In Mandala 6, Sukta 6, Rishi Bharadwaja in Tristup meter visualized Agni. He who seeks furtherance and grace to help him goes to the Sun of Strength with newest worship, calling the heavenly priest to share the banquet, who rends the wood bright with his blackened pathway. White-hued and thundering, he dwells in splendor, most youthful with the loud voice and eternal. Agni, most veriform, the purifier, who follows crunching many ample forests. Incited by the wind, by thy flames, O Agni, move onward, pure one, pure in all directions. Thy most destructive heavenly Nagavas break the woods down and devastate them boldly. Thy pure white horses from their bonds are loosened, O radiant one, they shear the ground beneath them. And far and wide shines out thy flame and flickers rapidly, moving over earth's high ridges. Forth darts the bull's tongue like the sharp-tongued weapon, discharged by him who fights to win the cattle. Agni's fierce flame is like a hero's onset. Dread and resistless, he destroys the forest. Thou with the sunlight of the great impaler hast boldly overspread the earth's expanses. So drive away with conquering might all perils, fighting out foemen, burn up those who harm us. Wondrous of wondrous power, give to the singer wealth wondrous, marked most wonderful, life-giving. Wealth bright, O bright one, vast with many heroes, give with thy bright flame to the man who lauds thee. Shukta 7, Bharadwaja in Tristup meter hailed Agni, him, messenger of earth and head of heaven. Agni, Vaivasvara, born in holy order, the sage, the king, the guest of men, a vessel fit for their mouths, the gods have generated. Him have they praised, midpoint of sacrifices, great cistern of liberation, seat of riches. Vaivasvara, conveyor of oblations, and sign of worship, have the gods endangered. From thee, O Agni, springs the mighty singer, from thee come heroes who subdue the foeman. O King, Vaivasvara, bestow thou on us excellent treasures worthy to be longed for. To thee, immortal, when to light thou springest, all the gods sing for joy as to their infant. They by thy mental powers were made immortal. Vaivasvara, when thou shonest from thy parents. Agni, Vaivasvara, no one hath ever resisted, these thy mighty ordinances. When thou arising from thy parents' bosom, foundest the light for days appointed curses. The summits of the heaven are traversed through and through by the immortal's light, Vaivasvara's brilliancy. All creatures in existence rest upon his head. The seven swift flowing streams have grown like branches forth. Seven Vaivasvaras who measured out the realms of air, sage very wise who made the lucid spheres of heaven. The undeceivable who spread out all the world's keeper is he and God of immortality. Sukta 8 Bharadwaja in meter Jagati and Tristup hailed Agni at Jataveda's holy gathering. I will tell aloud the conquering might of the swift red-hued steed. A pure and fresher hymn flows to Vaivasvara, even as for Agni, lovely Soma is made pure. That Agni, when in loftiest heaven he sprang to life, guardian of holy laws, kept and observed them well. Exceeding wise, he measured out the firmament. Vaivasvara attained to heaven by mightiness. Wonderful Mitra propped the heaven and earth apart, and covered and concealed the darkness with his light. He made the two bowls part asunder like two skins. Vaivasvara put forth all his creative power. The mighty seized him in the bosom of floods. The people waited on the king who should be praised. As envoy of Vaivasvara, Matra Swan brought Agni, Vaivasvara, hither from far away. In every age bestow upon the singers wealth worthy of holy synods, glorious ever new. King, undecaying as it were with sharpened bolt, smite down the sinner like a tree with lightning flash. Do thou bestow, O Agni, on our wealthy chiefs rule with good heroes, undecaying, bending not. So may we win for our strength, O Vaivasvara, hundredfold, thousandfold, O Agni, by thy help. O thou who dwellest in three places, helper, keep with effective guards our princely patrons. Keep our band, Agni, who have brought thee presents, lengthen their lives, Vaivasvara, when lauded. In Sukta 9, Rishi Bharadwaja in meter Tristup visualized Agni. One half of day is dark and bright the other. Both atmosphere move on by sage devices. Agni, Vaivasvara Nara, when born as sovereign, hath with his lustre overcome the darkness. I know not either warp or woof. I know not the web they weave when moving to the contest. Whose son shall here speak words that must be spoken without assistance from the Father near him? For both the warp and woof he understandeth, and in due time shall speak what should be spoken. Who knoweth as the immortal world's protector, descending, seeing with no aid from other. He is the priest, the first of all. Behold him, mid mortal men, he is the light immortal. Here was he born, firm seated in his station immortal, ever waxing in his body. A firm light hath seen set for men to look on. Among all things that fly the mind is swifted. All gods of one accord, with one intention, move unobstructed to a single purpose. Mine ears unclose to hear, mine eye to see him. The light that harbors in my spirit broadens. Far roams my mind, whose thoughts are in the distance. What shall I speak? What shall I now imagine? All the gods bowed them down in fear before thee, Agni, when thou wast dwelling in the darkness. Vaivasvara, be gracious to assist us. May the immortal favor us and help us. In Sukta 10, Bharadwaja Rishi, with meter Tristub, hailed Agni as, install at sacrifice while the rite advances. Your pleasant heavenly Agni meet for praises. With hymns for he illumes us, install him. He Jatavedas makes our rites successful. Hear this Lord, radiant priest of many aspects, O Agni, with the fires of man enkindled. Lord, which words send forth pure as sacred butter, strength to this man as it were for self-advantage. Mid mortal men, that singer thrives in glory, who offers gifts with hymns of praise to Agni. And the god, wondrous bright, with wondrous succors, helps him to win a stable filled with cattle. He at his birth, whose path is black behind him, filled heaven and earth with far apparent splendor. And he himself had been, through night's thick darkness, made manifest by light, the purifier. With thy most mighty aid, confer, O Agni, wonderful wealth on us and on our princes, who stand eminent, surpassing others in liberal gifts, in fame and hero virtues. Agni, accept this sacrifice with gladness, which seated here the worshipper presenteth. Fair hymns hadst thou among the Bharadwajas, and hopest them to gain abundant vigor. Scatter our foes, increase our store, may we have glad 100 winters with brave sons.